Capricorn, welcome to your 3-month overview for July, August, September. I hope you are well. I hope you are fabulous. We're going to take a deeper look at the summer months. Let me explain. This is not your reading. This is the baseline or the board for all 12 signs for this particular reading type. If you'd like to catch up on some old 3-month overviews, they will be in a playlist for you. Obviously, the last one concerned itself with June, May, April. Here we have July, August, September. So, 7 July, the Chariot, Cancer season. Yeah. August 8, Strength, Leo season. September 9, the Hermit, Virgo season. See? There you go. The bottom row is the energy behind those months, yeah? The Sun, as we understand it. Are we in alignment with what makes us happy? Are we achieving happiness? Do we need to make adjustments? Are we on point or are we way off? What's going on there? The Tower, anything that is unexpected or untoward that we should know about at this time or over the next several months. Judgment, decisions that are imperative coming towards you from the universe, from within you, okay, as you have choices to make as well, and then also lessons, all right? But first we're going to start by pulling you an overview card. Let's see the concentration of your energy at this time over the next several months. Show me Capricorn's concentration of energy, please. Show me Capricorn's concentration of energy. Show me Capricorn's concentration of energy, please. What is the focus? What is the focus, please, for Capricorn? What is the focus, please, for Capricorn? Oh my, lots of thoughts here. That's fine. That's fine. That's 4. Yeah, I think Taurus had about 4 as well. People got a lot of stuff going on over the summer. Transits, some of you are in a current state of change. Transits, you're trying to acclimate more to your climate. Also backed up by the number 5-5, as we know. All those 5s, change. It can be a little rough, but that's okay. Go with it, not against it. You'll be fine. You're in that space for change within your climate, within your environment, within your own sense of being, your body, your mind, your emotions. Could be a little bit of everything, honey. Sometimes those overhauls, you know, they can run deep in one area. They can touch on multiple areas. I don't know, but it's okay. Try to go with it, okay? Try not to go against it. All right, some of you are in for some change, but it's gonna, yeah. I was ready to say, for some of you, it's kind of rough. For some of you, you might have planned certain changes around summer. Some of them, it just feels like it's being thrust upon you. Some of you, by the way, Capricorn, that might be your Pluto placement. We got some Pluto here, rebirth, transformation. It can be a little rough around the edges, okay? Especially if it's change that you personally were not planning or anticipating upon. Because even when we plan change, sometimes it can still be rough, okay? And sometimes it is thrust upon us. For some of you, there will be some change of energy shifting. Yeah. There might be some rough translation. It's coming across heavily in July, late July specifically. There's some tension here. Dang it. I knew it. There's some tension here. It's looking like it's coming in as an unexpected thing, and it's you. Ooh, that's you, honey. That's you. Achieve. That is, of course, your power word. At least it is in this oracle deck. You'll be fine. Try to be open to it. Understand why it's coming in to interject whatever this change is. It looks like it's coming. I don't know what it is. I'm not trying to freak you out. I do largely suspect that it was unexpected. And it is going to require you to shift and shape with it accordingly. Okay, for you to achieve success in this. To properly ease the tension here. It does look like it's a kind of a collision of energies. I don't quite know what that is. I don't know how confrontational it will be. It's more like not your reaction to it, so much as how you choose to interpret it. Will tell you if this is good change or if it's rough change. But it does seem to require some confrontation. And it's going to feel tension. It's going to feel like tension. It is. It's a rebirth. Pluto could be something's coming back around or someone's coming back around. It could be something that you understand that occurs to you that is so large in scale that it's transformative to you, just in and of its own right. But you are in a climate, for transitions, change, rebirth, transformation, judgments. It might cause some tension. This is how things grow, the creative process, the growth process. It happens with tension, not the absence of it. So the more you keep that in mind, the easier this will be. Okay? But you're here signing off on the success of it. You can achieve whatever this is. You can get through it. I don't want you to just power through it. There's something in here for you to learn. It's offering you an opportunity to transform something within yourself or outside of you. Possibly with someone else. Let's get cracking. I'm terribly curious. That has got my attention. Show me July, please, for Capricorn. Show me. It's a little bit confrontational. But again, confrontation can be good. It can be, if used correctly, yes. Show me. Show me. Show me July, please, for Capricorn. 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 Let's do one more. Show me July, please, for Capricorn. Temperance, time, patience, Knight of Cups, Seven of Wands. Okay. Okay. Your heart's been a little closed off. Not without work or effort. You're aware of it. Temperance is here. It's taking you a minute to soften up around the edges of your heart. And I don't know why that's coming up for you in July, but there's an awareness of it here. I don't know why. There's a little bit of apprehension about your Knight of Cups, how you're expressing yourself. Are you being vulnerable? Are you expressing your emotions well? Do you feel that you're representing the best of your emotions? You don't quite know. So it's kind of like you're playing it safe, and we're not being too emotional at this time. You feel like you need time and patience, compassion, and healing of thyself. You don't quite trust your Knight of Cups to deliver emotions. There is some apprehension here. There's some stiffness around your energy that feels cautious, but it's trying to ease, and I don't know why. Show me more, please. What's going on? Show me. Show me. Show me. You're struggling. You have an initial reaction of guarded and defensiveness. It's like you don't know if you can trust yourself to express yourself regarding a particular situation. You need some patience on this subject. Healing. What is this? Show me more of this, please. Show me more of this in July, please, for Capricorn. I'm trying to dial you in. Come on. That's better. Show me. What is this apprehension? What's going on here? What's with the stiffness? Strength. Page of Cups. Someone's taking strength of will to contact you. Okay. Well, that explains it. That's okay. It's okay. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. It's okay. Somebody's taking strength of will. I don't know if it's you or someone else, but there's definitely someone else here. At least they'd like to be. Your initial reaction is, you know, I would already say it's a little stiff. Like, well, that's what he said. But no, we're not doing intimate tarot. Yeah, it's taking somebody's strength that doesn't feel like you. It could literally be Leo. It doesn't have to be. You could have some strong Leo in your chart, and this could be your energy feeling apprehensive about reaching out to someone else. Absolutely. It feels reactionary. It feels like something's coming towards you. But here's the thing. It's waving a white flag. Okay? It is strong. Somebody's showing me strength of will to do this. But I am seeing what looks like essentially a white flag being raised, and it's looking like it's for the right reasons. It's firm, but gentle at the same time. In other words, not presumptuous. Doesn't feel like that at all. So I don't know who it's coming from. Again, if you have very strong Leo in your chart, it could be you making this decision, okay, to put forward a part of your heart out there in that effort to heal and reconcile your waters with somebody. But I do feel like it's coming towards you. You're going to have to take it as it resonates. You'll know soon enough it's July. Okay? It's July. It's July. But there you go. I wanted to know where do you get stiff for? And here's why you're apprehensive. You're a little nervous. Okay. You're a little nervous. You're a little like that. But somebody is very tentatively with that Page of Cups. Sweet little guy. Sweet little guy. Just trying to keep the heart space open a little bit. Keep it a little soft. They're taking strength to do this. To approach this concept of reconnection. Okay? There's a softness to it. I don't quite know how to explain it, but it comes from strength of the heart. So I know it's taken something for this person to do this. But it's a good heart. It's good intention. There's a little bit of vulnerability here. There's a little bit of a white flag energy in here. And a little bit maybe of, this is my feeling. Okay? And it is in the interest of healing. So you are kind of curious about whether or not you can do that. You're just showing me caution in terms of how you express yourself. In other words, you don't quite know how to react, but you are inclined to be positive towards it, just a little cautious. Okay? You yourself, your heart space needs to get warmed up to this. Okay? And you're in that position of having to ask yourself, yes, my initial reaction is caution. Yes, my initial reaction is, walls up. Is that how I really want to approach this? It's okay if your initial reaction's like that. That tells me you're a little surprised or you didn't see it coming. Okay? And it kind of puts your heart space in that space of, can I respond to this well? Do I want to? And is this reconcilable? I think it's going to come down to the approach and what's said. But as far as I can tell, it's a positive approach. It's well meant. And there is some soft heart space in there. And it is in the interest of, hey, can we talk? Hey, can we reconnect? I would like to do that. I'd like to talk to you about something. I don't know how it's going to go. I think you are leaning more towards yes, because Temperance is so much larger than that Seven of Wands. Okay? You might have some strong Sag in your chart. And that can be very Sagittarian, that kind of initial response to fire. Something like that. I think you're leaning more towards yes than no. There's that defensiveness there. That's not without rhyme or reason. I'm not saying you don't have a reason to be. Of course you do. I think this person knows that about you, which is why they're showing some strength of will to come forward in some way. And it's a little guy, it's a little Page of Cups. You can handle it. Your response is Knight of Cups, but should it be? In other words, the way your heart reacts to this person, it's almost like a knee-jerk reaction, but one that you haven't felt in a while. So that's that caution. But yes, I think you are leaning very much so towards, okay, white flag. Let's talk about it. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's keep. I don't know why that's coming up, but that's it. That's the moment. As far as I can tell, that's the moment of tension. But for some reason, it's hitting you in a level of confrontation and the willingness to transform, the willingness to be touched and to be changed by whatever this might afford itself to be. That's all I know. That immediately explains the tension, and all those fives and transformation says this might be an opportunity to change things with this person. I don't know how love-oriented it is. Could be your neighbor for all I know. That's waving the white flag, like the tension I have with my neighbors about the lawnmowers. I don't know. And it feels a little more personal than that. All right, let's slide on over to Leo season. What's up? Show me strength, please. Show me August. Show me August. Show me August, please, for Capricorn. Show me August, please. I think bare minimum, it's an opportunity to possibly re-engage in a dynamic and heal it bare minimum. Bare minimum, okay? But for some reason, you see it as, this requires being open, this requires being vulnerable, this requires being someone who can listen. And And you're going to have to trust the process, honey. Trust your instincts. It's either yes or no. I see you leaning more towards yes than no. There's something about the way your heart reacts to this person that puts you in cautionary mode. That means you're vulnerable towards this person. But there's still love there. Yeah. There's still love there. If your first reaction is Knight of Cups, Seven of Wands, yeah, there's still love there. And that's why you're showing me caution. Okay, that's all. All right, show me August. Show me August, show me August, show me August. Oh, I'm hungry. When am I not? I'm always hungry. I know my doctor told me once, because you burn protein. I don't remember how the conversation came up. I've had so many tests over the years because I have severe hypothyroidism. So I've had lots and lots of tests done. But she's like, you burn calories, protein so fast. I'm like, I know. It's the opposite of hypothyroidism. That's how well it's corrected. Anyway, you don't want to hear all that. Two of Pentacles, the Fool, the World. Oh, to open up or to close it off. To open up, to close it off, to open it up. Ah, that perpetual dilemma. Yes, I don't know if that's necessarily your perpetual dilemma, but I see it all the time as someone who does this all the time. To open up or close it off. Open up or close it off. What say ye? I don't know. That's down to you, honey. Something's either going to open or it's going to close. That tells me you've done this before. Because that's the thing about the world. It's still a circle. So it can be a continuous loop with some situations, people, places, things, circumstances. And do you want to expose yourself to that particular loop? Because here's the thing about cycles. If you're going to open it, you got to open it, right? And if you're going to close it, you need to close it. And now you're saying, I don't know what to do. And yeah, I got you, honey. I got you. I got you. It's Two of Pentacles, the Fool of the World. I don't know if I'm coming or going with this. Oh, no. Question is, why isn't it clear to you? Now, for some of you, it might be a work thing. Don't get me wrong. There might be some things that are closing out and other things that are opening up in August, in which case that explains that energy almost immediately. You being an Earth sign, that Two of Pentacles could easily be the many things that you might have go on. And in which case, you can stop right there. Especially if you are that Capricorn indeed. You've got this, you've got this, you've got this. And stuff is going to start cycling off. And other stuff will free to open. I mean, it's literally an open-closed door right here. Close, open, close, open. But for some of you, it's that first interpretation. I don't know if I'm coming or going with this. But can I see more on this, please? What indeed is it? What is it? Oh, is that epic? What is it? That's a great song, though. Okay. What is it, though? Seriously, though, Capricorn. What is this? Show me this. What is this? You may not know yet. Show me August, please. What is this? Show me the open, close. Show me the open, close. Show me the open and close. Show me this open and close, please, for Capricorn. If I open myself to this, how do I give to it? If I close it off, can I live with that? What is this, please? Nine of Wands, Four of Pentacles, the Empress. Yeah, got some tension here. Got some tension here. Oh, boy. God, I hate the vague stuff. I really hate the vague stuff. It frustrates me. I hate it when it's vague. I like specifics. Well, it's something that you are thinking parting ways with, but you're not quite ready to give it up. I don't know what it is. It's been with you for a minute, a long time. The Empress has a certain way of doing things, and there's something here that Empress is saying, I'm used to holding on to this. I don't know that it's necessarily good for me, or that it's right for me, or that it even serves me, because the Emperor and Empress are all about being served and being self-empowered, and they're very good about saying this serves me or this doesn't serve me. They're supposed to be. They're the idealized states, the King and Queens combined. And this Empress is having a hard time understanding if to let something go is in her best or his best interest, or to keep it is in his or her best interests. It's kind of like, again, if I keep it, I don't know what to give to it, and that goes against serving me. But if I do keep it, it might mean something to me later, but I can't guarantee that right now. So you're in this dilemma of, again, should it stay, should it go? There's always that inclination we have when something presents itself as possibly being important to us, work, hobbies, people, where they don't necessarily have a meaning to us right there, right then. They might have in the past, and that's often why we keep it, because it could potentially mean something to us in future, but we don't know. There's question marks surrounding it. So we'll keep it. We're not necessarily doing anything with it, and it causes us frustration to hold on to it because we don't know why the hell we're holding on to it. The future's not guaranteed. Oh, but you know how it is? You threw out that one thing, and then a week later you wish to hell you hadn't? It's kind of like that. It seems so straightforward. Well, I'm not using it. It's broken. We've had that talk before. Remember the broken toaster? How many did you sign off say, I got a broken toaster, but I don't know how to throw it away? We're kind of in that, but on something that seems to be on a much larger scale for you over the summer. I don't know what this is. For some of you, it's work. For some of you, it has something to do with your everyday world because you're used to holding on to it. I don't know that's necessarily a person. And I'm not necessarily convinced that these two concepts are related. I don't. This one seems more personal and on the emotional level. And at some point during the height of summer, something that affects your day-to-day world, your status as an empress, does this give to me or take away from me? Am I fighting for this for the right reasons? The Nine of Wands is here. You're exhausted. You're exhausted perpetuating a cycle that never really seems to close, and it never really seems to open in your favor either. So it's kind of like, make a decision, Capricorn. You're used to holding on to it to the point that it pisses you off. It's like literally you're saying, why do I keep holding on to this? It don't work. And me thinking it will work how many months from now or years from now, is that stupid? You know, it keeps me from doing other things. So why do I keep doing it? Yeah. I'm sorry it's so vague. I wish I could tell you. It doesn't seem to be related to a person emotionally. It's more like a function. A standard day-to-day function. 3D environment. The biggest thing by far is that you're used to it as the Empress, but the whole point of being the Empress is to be productive. That's what she does. She is the life force. She is the life bringer. Okay? And whatever it is that you're holding on to, by default, is telling me it does not serve you in terms of production. So why do you keep it around? And I bet you, dimes to donuts, it's because it might work for you in future. So I don't quite know what this is to you. Again, you could be that Capricorn where you have multiple things going on, projects, work, functions. You might wear many, many hats. And one of those hats you were really fucking tired of wearing. But you're not used to not having it either. So, this is going to be one of those things, honey. It's going to be a pro and con cost analysis type thing. Your energy is not freed up to pursue other things that you would like to. There's other things that you would like to open doors to, but you can't, because every time you think about opening a door to something else, you turn around, you're like, oh shit, I still got to take care of that. And that's where the conflict kicks in. You're like, why the fuck do I still have this? I'm not doing anything with it. Oh yeah, because I said by this time next year, it might improve by a 20% margin. And then you come up with the same conflict and the same excuses for holding on to it. But it still keeps you from doing other things. I know it's large enough that it gets in your way when it comes to other goals, but I also know it's small enough for you to hold on to it and kind of dismiss it. It doesn't look like a person. I'm sorry. I wish I could give you more. And for some reason that's spiking for you in August. Now, if it relates to other people, it could be in terms of functionary, work function, to scale. You know, is this a helpful situation? Do I have the support I need in this? No. Why do I keep it going? That kind of thing. I could just as easily do this myself. Why do I have somebody to... You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry it's so vague, honey. I just know that whatever this is, you're stubbornly used to holding on to it, thinking one day it'll work for you. But you also seem to know simultaneously that you holding on to this keeps you from doing other things because there's no room for it. So I'm trying to think of an example here. I think it pretty much speaks for itself, but I'm trying to give you an example of what this is like, because I got something in here like this myself. So there's just some things, like, say for instance, I can have multiple things going on in one particular week, and most of those things work for me at a high functioning rate. That's why I keep doing them, because I know they work and they have a particular value as they pay out to me. But there's other functions, let's say, say for instance, okay, here's a good example. I was fishing for one. Okay. So I like to do a variety of boards. One of them used to be career tarot. I love career tarot. Loved it, right? It was one of my favorite reading types, and I find that they help people, but here's the thing. I had no proof of it. Basically, when I provided career tarot, I was working for free that week, and that's not good. Okay, I have to value my time, energy, and efforts as well. And the more I insisted on holding on to career tarot, knowing it wasn't working for me personally, the more I was just aggravating myself because I knew it wasn't being productive. Okay, it ran contrary to my productivity goals. And also, it wasn't helping other people because there wasn't enough feedback to support the justification of it. And also, holding on to career tarot meant I couldn't do other tarot types because I was having to fulfill this obligation that I had created that was satisfying no one, least of all me. So not only did I perpetuate career tarot long after I should have given it up, I got nothing from it. I was frustrated unnecessarily by keeping them going. And what? Just because I liked them. But I had no proof that I should like them. You see what I'm saying? I got no views. My involvement with subscribers went way down. I got no ad revenue. And you guys, I do this for free, so I have to be compensated in some way. And that is some sort of ad revenue. Okay. So when I tell you I was working for free those weeks, that's what that means. And so by the time I was finally ready to give up career tarot, I was so relieved. It was like, I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to think about it anymore. It's a shame I had to give it up. I enjoyed it. But it was literally running contrary to my productivity goals. And when I gave them up, I was able to do other things better and incorporate other reading types that would work for the audience, that would work for the channel, and frankly would work for me. So I think that's a good example of what I'm trying to say, even though it's terribly vague. Does that give you an idea of what I'm talking about? Productivity, holding on to shit that doesn't necessarily meet the quality of productivity, but we're just used to holding on to it, and it keeps us stuck. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking at here. And so many of you are coming up again sometime in August in evaluating something like that. And I would just advise you to get into that state of really, no matter how you feel about whatever this is, getting in there and understanding, is this worth my time, energy, and effort, though? I'm resisting letting this go, even though I know it keeps me from doing other things, and it doesn't seem to be giving me much back. So, see what I'm saying? That's where it's coming across in your day-to-day, nitty-gritty, 3D, pentacle, functionary world. It's something like that. I hope that helps you. Okay, moving on. I hate the vague shit. I really do. I hate vague, but it's going to apply to you differently, to every one of you differently. But hopefully that helps you. Yeah, I've been through this. I mean, Capricorn is my only Earth placement at all. I have no other Earth. It's alarming, the lack of Earth. And even then, I only recently discovered that this year. Capricorn's my midheaven, so I know what this is like. You know, you try to put the best of yourself into something, and it's hard to call it quits. It's hard to call it quits. So we keep shit going, even if it's counterproductive, right? So it looks like for some reason that's coming up for you again in August, and it doesn't look, I thought it might be related, but it's not. It's not related. This is something different. This is more on the personal side, and it's showing up in July, okay? Cheers, honey. Okay, let's keep on keeping on. Show me September, please. Where are we? I'm sorry. That's me, though. That was worth it to me to explain it. I hope that helped you. God, I hate the vague shit, honey. I'm sorry, and I'm an in-depth reader, and sometimes it is an overarching concept, which tells me, again, as a reader, this is applying to many of you at the same time. That's all it is, okay? For some of you, it applies to your garden. It's like, I've been trying to grow tomatoes for years, Christina, and it won't happen. Okay, I got cucumbers everywhere, but I have no tomatoes. But I really want tomatoes. Well, honey, tomatoes ain't growing in your backyard. Okay, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? And then you get yourself frustrated every year trying to do the same thing, and it's just not working. That's what I'm talking about. You're like, I've got cucumbers coming out the ears, but no tomatoes. That's what I'm talking about. See? I find a way to bring it home. Show me September, please, for Capricorn. Yes, honey, I'm a little different. I am. Hi, my name's Christina. If you're new to the channel, I'm a little different and happy to be so. All right. Show me Capricorn in September. 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 And hopefully that answers the questions for some of you about where the career tarot readings went. Oh, I loved it, honey. I loved it. But I was literally working for free that week, and it made me so miserable. You know, there's literally was counterproductive to the work I was doing. Okay. Oh, death. Eight of Swords. Page of Swords. I need more. I'm sorry. That's not going to work for me. No. That's way too vague. Death. Eight of Swords. Page of Swords. Something is coming to an end, and it looks like it has to do with blindness. There's something here you could not see. And that implies that you can now see it. What is it? What's going on in September? Show me this. Show me this. The blindness. Great. Perhaps you made a decision, and perhaps you feel good about it. Okay, cool. It's like, I'm going to stop thinking about it and just do it, end it. Okay. That's cool. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. What is this, please? 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 Knight of Wands, Page of Wands. Oh, Seven of Swords. Oh, yes. I don't know, but it's kind of like the energy burst I was just describing. I'm going to stop thinking about it. I'm just going to do it. Okay. Okay. There you go. Instead of creeping in that cold water toe by toe, you're just going to dive right in. Okay. Your energy takes off. So that restlessness that you've been experiencing, being held back, you're like, I'm going to kill whatever this is and just be done with it. And then your energy just takes off. That's kind of impressive, honey, to be honest with you. Again, the vagueness, but I think I gave you enough explanation for that to make sense, right? I can kind of see how they're related. I still want to know what the hell that is. I'm more interested in this. I'm sorry. I want to see the results of this, you know? I'm like, who are you talking to? That's what I'm curious about. I'm being all nosy about that, but I don't know. I like this. I respect this. I've gotten into those spaces too, where you're like, I'm tired of thinking about it. Just that's it. I'm overthinking it. Kill it. I'm done with the overthinking. I'm going to stop thinking about it. I'm just going to do it. I agree. Sometimes life is like that. Yes, I completely agree. I don't know what it is, but the energy looks good on you. Even you're sick of thinking about it. I'm sick of overthinking about it. I'm thinking, I'm tired of not, I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm just going to shut it down. With the overthinking and the overprocessing and avoiding the feeling, fuck it. I'm going to shut all that down and I'm going to go for it. I don't know what that is. But you have a nice little energy boost. So whatever it is that you stop fighting yourself on over here, your energy frees up like I suspected it would, and there it is. It's like there's that dedication. I'm going to stop overthinking and just allow myself to do it. Cool. Great. I don't know if I'm going to clarify further. Let's see. It might show up under your Sun, your Tower, or your Judgment. So that's pretty straightforward energy. Again, it's non-specific. I just know you're doing it. You're going for it. You're going after it. I don't know. But you're like, woo, I'm having fun. And I stopped overthinking it and allowed myself to do something. Yay. You freed up some energy. You stopped overanalyzing. Stopped avoiding. Stopped procrastinating. You killed all that. That's cool. I respect that. And then boom, like a rocket, there you go. Man, you've been avoiding this. Like, I'm going to shut it all down. Fuck it. I'm just going to go for it. Okay, cool. All right, I respect that. I'm sorry. I don't know why I can't detail it. I really can't. I guess it's applying to so many of you at one time. I mean, that's admirable, though. You came to terms with it boldly, I might add. I like that. That's straight up fuck it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. I don't know. I don't know, babe. I don't know, but it's interesting. It's very interesting. You may not be aware of it yet because it's looking like the entanglement that you experience with whatever this is has really kept you from doing it. So that's remarkable. Show me the sun. Show me Capricorn sun. Show me the Capricorn sun. Happiness. Show me happiness. Show me that sun and happiness, please. Show me that sun and happiness. Show me that sun and happiness. Yeah, you want to go with the flow. You're tired of overthinking about something. You cycle something out, you clear up some energy too, so it's not like you don't have an excuse anymore, you know? That's cool. Show me the sun, please. There's that fool again. There's that fool again. Oh, 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 oh. Whatever this is that's coming back around feels right. I don't know what coming back around means for this person. They're just showing me strength of heart to open up towards you. Okay? In the simplest of ways, it is not assumptive. It's not presumptuous, I should say. It's done with integrity and strength of heart. Your initial reaction is caution. Because when you're around this person, you feel a certain level of vulnerability. I don't know how else to put it. I saw it on your opening, and it's over here again under your sun. It's showing me strength once more. So again, heavy Leo energy is here. That may or may not mean something to you. Sag energy. But again, someone who's just showing me that strength. You know what? Venus is in Leo right now. Powerfully so. As of June 5th. So I can't say I'm surprised that I'm seeing dynamics like this. Anyone who has some very prominent Leo in their chart might be feeling that kind of spike or that surge. So I can't say I'm totally surprised either. But the idea of what makes us happy is, in fact, that person approaching. It makes you feel good. It taps into that Fool energy as well in you. So that Knight of Cups, that your initial reaction is caution. Fundamentally, we're in terms of your happiness and sun, it actually makes you very happy. It makes you glow. It makes you glow. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel warm. And it makes you feel like you could open up to this. I think, honey, so long your reaction to this is the way it is because, yes, it does make you feel vulnerable, which immediately sets off your sense of caution whenever it contacts you or gets into your vortex. It also makes you feel good deeply on the inside. Okay. So I would say this is the energy to trust. Your initial reaction, that's to be expected. Especially if there's some background healing that needs to happen between you two, or time has taken place, time has passed, patience. And I'm seeing that more as the white flag, and I'm thinking so long as we address the healing that needs to happen between you two, it looks like your response to it is quite healthy because it's under your sun. So it's important to you, and it feels good, it feels right. I do see you expressing yourself a little more easily towards this person. It eases up considerably. It does. And it's kind of like you do have a strong sense of adventure in you, spontaneity, wanting to be open, and it's hard for you to get in touch with that space sometimes. You show me the Fool here as being conditional. If I just had more time, you know, I could do other things. So I can see that your Fool energy is important to you. You would like to open up more to people, places, things, situations, circumstances here and there as they afford themselves, and something's like always reminding you, yeah, but you can't because you still got this going on. So when I think you free up some space for yourself, honey, you're going to feel much more in tune with whatever this is, much more positive towards whatever this is, because it seems to hit your sun a little better, your sense of happiness. So I can't promise you the sun, moon, and stars with whatever this is. I just know that the energy is an alignment between two people, and you both feel good about the context of this. the connectivity, specifically the reconnectivity. Okay? At least when it comes to this person, the Fool feels much more easier for you. Okay? I'm not saying be foolish. I'm not saying give your heart away. What I'm saying is you seem caution at first, but then you open up more towards it. Not because it feels wrong, but because it feels right. Okay? So I'm assuming then that healing occurred between you two. Again, I see the tension here. There's that tension. We're in transits. It's time for transformation. I just don't think it was under your design. I think it comes towards you. I do. There is a rebirth here, but not without some initial tension. But with the, if we have the strength to meet the climate where it is, or the connection where it is, or the circumstances where it is, we allow ourselves to be shaped and transformed by this. It can be a good thing as opposed to a cautionary tale, I believe. I just see you achieving. You'll be fine. Trust your instincts. The Tower. Oh, I'm curious about that one now. I'm very curious about this Tower. The unexpected, please, for Capricorn. This is interesting. I'm not gonna think about it. Just fuck it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm tired of overthinking it. Okay? I just want to do it. Show me the Tower, please. Some of y'all might be critical thinkers, so much so that you get locked up in there sometimes. Show me the Tower, please. Show me the Tower. 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 Show me that Tower, please. Once more, your readings are always interesting, honey. Your readings are always interesting. Show me the Tower, please. No, it's not quite there yet. It's not quite there. It's not quite there. Come on. There's that Two of Pentacles. What to do? Causes you tension. Five of Wands. Baby, you're just going to go for it. You're kind of tired of fighting yourself at this point. The resistance, whatever it is that relates to this, you are so done with it. You just don't know how done with it you are yet. I know it's hard for you, especially, old habits die hard. And that's very true for Capricorn as it is for most earth signs, particularly Taurus. But for you, it can be just that stubborn insistence, especially if you feel that you have not met a goal with something and it frustrates the hell out of you because you can see that goal and you can see, but it's not happening. And that's a good summary of what this is. So it's a tower that you are taking on. It's almost like you're challenging yourself to let something go. I don't see it as someone. This is a something type situation. It was a star that called to you once upon a time. And here's the thing, honey. If you've been around my channel, I explain the star all the time. The star is beautiful. I prefer it over the sun. But the star is a right pain in the ass. If it's meant for you or not meant for you, you will not know until you're on the star path. The sun's easy. You can step outside your door. You can choose to be happy, to quote Rihanna. Diamonds. I choose to be happy. You can choose the sun. And whoever it is you're connecting with feels like a natural sun. You're choosing to step into the sun with them, and it feels right. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing it. This, however, is a star pathway you have trodden, you have put energy into, and time, effort, and it's not paying you back. And it pisses you right off, and I know you. I put myself into this, damn it, and I'm persistent, and I get what I want. I know you. Don't play. I know you. And it's admirable. But there's times when you, and one of your biggest challenges in life is to know when let something go because it's literally not working. And bless you, honey, you tried. You were the empress towards this. You put your best self into it. You really took it seriously with the star, but it's not giving back to you. And so this is a tower that is under your designation. That means you have control over it. You can dismantle it at your will. And that's one of the most powerful things you can ever do, by the way, is to bring something down of your own will and volition, because you have that moment in that space. You're like, okay, I admit it. You got me. You got me. I tried. But this is a no-go, isn't it? Fine. I'm busting my own balls here. I gotta let this go. And that's very powerful. You know, because going back to that example, I hated giving up career tarot readings. I loved them so much, but once I let them go, all the frustration went with it too. It didn't matter what my regard for it wasn't working. And so when I could admit that, and I could stop being so prideful about it, and insisting on seeing an outcome that wasn't there, stop fighting the evidence, freedom. You know, so that's just my examples to help you to understand this. So it's under your tower, but it's a tower, like I said, that you can personally dismantle. You started that star pathway, you can stop walking it. Okay, you can dismantle the energy you put into it and put those skills and experiences into something else. Okay? I think you're headed in that direction. I think you're on the verge of giving this thing up, not because you give up, but because you know it's not for you. In which case, that means you are wasting, by definition, your time, energy, and effort when you know something's not working. And it looks 3D. It looks relational to your circumstances, your environment, or your work. Okay? So I would want you to put your energies into something else, because it takes a lot to maintain a star that is working for you, never mind one that's not working for you. It takes as much energy, if not more, to continue to maintain that premise. I'm going to make this work. I'm going to make this work. God, I'm going to make this work. And I see that same shit in relationships all the time too. But this is not that. This is something else. It aggravates the hell out of you. And you're so close to that vision, you can see it. You can smell it. But honey, it doesn't look like you can touch it without getting pissed off, frustrated, and exhausted. Okay? So it looks like you're headed for this particular destination over the summer, and one that should free you up immensely. I still don't see it as being related to that. This is the only time I see you get emotional at all. You're like, that's for the emotions, Christina. This is something. That's so you. That is so you. We talk about emotions over here, and we're going to talk about reality and 3D stuff over here. Don't confuse the two. I got it. I'm the same. I don't cross foods on my plate either, honey. Okay. Meatloaf goes there. Mashed potatoes go over here. And peas go over there. I'm the same way. I don't disagree. It's like I want to distinctly understand my relationship energy and do not confuse it with my pentacles. Thank you very much. I know. I got you. I got you. You're hilarious. Show me judgment, please. Show me judgment. I know. It's like I'm a picky eater. Respect it. I do. I understand. Show me judgment, please. Show me judgment. Show me judgment. But I don't want you to be so picky that you are inflexible. This might... God, that's more than one thing, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Tension's not just coming from this, honey. Tension is coming from this. You're having to choose to opt out of it, to dismantle it. Well, you just headed for all sorts of rebirth, aren't you? Especially if you have Capricorn is in your Pluto. Okay, righty-roo. Well, you're just transforming all over the place, aren't you? Show me judgment. Show me judgment, please, for Capricorn. Show me judgment, please. Working hard. 8 of Pentacles, no doubt. Working towards satisfaction. For some of you, there's a relationship on the horizon, possibly. Show me. Show me that judgment, please. Show me that judgment. Show me that judgment. Decisions. Lessons. All that yummy stuff. Okay. King of Wands. There's that Leo energy again. Ace of Swords. The High Priestess. Good. Highly intuitive. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The more you slip into that energy of truth, this is what I know to be true. I've made up my mind. This is what I'm thinking for real. This is what I'm going to do for real. The more your energy stops becoming fragmented, frustrated, and angry, it smooths considerably. And then you get into a much stronger space of trusting yourself. King of Wands, confidence, passion, direction. I know where I'm going. Thank you very much. That's what they do, the King, Queen of Wands. They're very proud of the fact that they know where they're going and what they're doing. Even if they're wrong, they'll learn that later. But they like to know that this is absolutely where they're headed, right? At least for now. And the Ace of Swords, I've made a declarative truth. I understand my thoughts. No more of that fragmentation. You killed that over here at some time in September. Let's just call it late fall, or I'm sorry, late summer, excuse me. I'm already there. I'm already in fall. That's astounding. No, it's in late summer. I see you. No more overthinking. Dead. I've consolidated my thoughts. And when you do this, you pick a direction, you stick to it. All decisions are final. All sales are final. Boom. You get into that slipstream, that beautiful slipstream of intuition. And this is one of the lessons that you have to learn, is that sometimes you have to trust what your environment is telling you. This is not a good fit for you. This is not a good shape for you. You're trying to make this work and it's not. Give it up and allow yourself to come to terms with it. Dismantle it at your own free will and under your own design. And you're going to get evidence almost immediately that that was correct. And then you're going to feel great about it. Okay? You're going to feel a much more stronger sense of freedom of energy, direction, what you're doing, why you're doing it. And it's all going to come from an intuitive place. That's beautiful. And this is just one of your many lessons, I think. You know, and it's a pretty straightforward lesson, so that's a good thing. It's just how we accept it is going to determine how much of a pain in the ass that lesson is. You drag it out, you know. You ever drag out a homework assignment? Same thing. So, stop dragging out your homework assignment. Come to terms with it. You're going to feel great. I promise. Okay. Another comparison. Because yours is so overarching. That means the collective as a whole is being affected in some way or another. But you know how it is when you have that nagging concern, something's wrong with you physically or medically, and you're like, I'm not, no, it'll be fine. It'll clear up in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It'll clear up in a month, 5 weeks. And then when you finally make the appointment to see the doctor, you feel actually relieved. Yeah. It's like, okay, fine. I did the homework. Fine. I acquiesce. Fine. It's that same thing. Very similar. I'm super nosy though, honey. I wanted to see more than that. What is that? Yeah, there's tension here, honey. And that tension's going to resolve. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself that this is going to get resolved. That when you let this go, when you break it down, when you stop giving to it, when you stop trying to force it to shape in your 3D world, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel so much more in tune with the universe and with yourself. You're going to be able to trust yourself and the decisions you make from this point forward, because now you're not working against yourself anymore, you know? You're going to slip into that lovely stream of intuition. Now, show me this emotional thing. That's what I want to see. What's this? I like how you sectioned that off like it's with a little velvet rope. That has its own little section. What is this? What is this, Capricorn? It's like they have a little VIP section in your life. Maybe that is true. Maybe this person does have a little VIP section in your life. Oh, what is it? Ten of Cups, Ace of Wands. Oh, well, everybody just wanted to come out to play. I'm going to say this like one time. You want this to happen, and we both know it. That's all I'm saying. You can argue with me, but that's fine. The Capricorn I'm looking at, you don't really want to argue with me. You actually want this to happen. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Yeah, no, you want this to happen. It's under your sun about 3 times now. We have been manifesting it, or someone's been manifesting this with you. It's re-emerging as very gently, but with the firmness of, I want this to happen. I hope you do too. And at first you're like, as we discussed, but you very much want to soften your heart towards this. I don't know if you're going to be in love. I don't know if you're going to have crazy, wild, passionate nights and whatever. I just know it feels really fucking good. Bare minimum, we have renewed energy for emotional harmonization with somebody. I see that from them too. We want to establish some sort of emotional harmony with each other. Okay. And there is a white flag between you, and it's a gentle one, and it involves healing. Time has passed. How much? I don't know. I'm not trying to dig that far. But once more, they show up under your sun. It's beautiful. It's simple. And we want this to happen. Okay? Whoever this is, like I said, you have kind of roped them off with like a velvet rope. And so this is the VIP lounge. This is very important, but it's also kind of private. Get out of my business. Okay? But we want it to happen. And then all this other stuff, well, yeah, I guess you could say it relates. Sure. How you treat one thing is how you treat another thing. If you know this isn't working, you're going to have to disengage from it, gather what resources and experience you can, and apply it to other areas of your life. And then it allows you to get in that particular stream of knowing absolutely what you want and feeling your way around it, and that will in turn help you with this. Okay? They're all related. This kind of fuck it, I'm done thinking about it, I just want to do it, that could apply to this situation as well. I know that the strength of it comes shining through heavily over the summer. That's been abundantly clear. More so, it seems to come in sharply around Leo season. And it could literally be Leo. That's a lot of Leo energy. But what I'm really seeing here is the strength of the sun and happiness behind it, because we had hoped that this would come through in some way. It's beautiful. And how it reintroduces itself is soft. And like I said, without any assumptions, which is good. But the dignity of heart behind it. In other words, whoever's regenerating this activity is there because they want to be. Very much so. And they say something to the like. Your response is... Well, your response is your response. It feels very good. You're choosing to step into the sun for this person or this reason. I can't seem to get too much more on it, but your reaction is brilliant. Okay? I'm sorry, I would tell you if it was really new, it could be the strength of that energy, the way it comes in, it has a freshness attached to it, yes. For some of you, it could be brand new energy. And when it shows up, whoo, it shows up. In which case, it's new. Congratulations. It looks very fulfilling. But the reason why I'm leaning towards reconnection is because temperance is here. Time has passed. And also temperance, by its definition, says reconciliation of one's waters. That means healing from the heart. There was also your reaction to the proposition of reconnecting, which was Seven of Wands. Defensiveness over your vulnerability, your heart space with the Knight of Cups. So that tells me this person touches you in a vulnerable way, and it makes you feel caution. So that means you have some sort of premise with this person. Enough so that the concept of healing is here as a proposition. Yes. That's why I'm leaning towards reconnection. It does not look like a brand new entry, but your reaction to it is fresh. Okay? Both of your reactions really towards it is freshness. That's beautiful. It's beautiful, it's light, and it's the sun. Like I said, I think the both of you are choosing to emotionally harmonize, bare minimum, and you're both better for it. And emotional harmonization comes in many forms. But the idea is that yours and I's cups, we're on the same page, we understand each other, and this is a goal between us. Okay? And that's beautiful. These, I think I gave you enough here to understand what the hell's going on. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Okay, hold up. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's take a look at this guy. This is a combination of oracles. The Hidden Truth Oracle and the Messages of Closure. I rarely use it. I typically only use it knowing when I feel like it's appropriate to use it, which isn't often. Typically only when I see reunions that look like both parties want it, or they both feel positive about it. Especially when the first thing that's offered is white flag, can I talk to you? Can we heal our stuff? You know. I don't pull this out really when I see painful endings, because that's going to just be, the messages won't make sense to it. When people reconcile for the right reasons, that's when you actually hear the truth and you see the truth and you learn things after the fact, and that's when this is useful. I was uncomfortable showing emotion. Okay, so that actually makes a lot of sense to me. You or them. But the way that they firmly and gently come forward with a very small open heart suggests that that person is trying from a real authentic place to express something that perhaps they did not before. And it has to do with the construct of love. Okay? Let me make this clear. You can be friends with somebody and love them, you know? It's okay if I seem far away. I know I was the distraction from your pain. I see. Okay. It's okay if I seem far away. Of course, this is back energy. Somebody had to distance themselves. I wasn't there. I wasn't in the same place, same time as you were. I was a distraction from your pain, so perhaps when you last two connected, you connected because somebody was trying to avoid pain or something like that. You know, that does happen. And that's just one of the many things to be discussed. You speak to me through music. Okay? You two might have a way of understanding each other through music, which is actually true for a lot of people. Music evokes a lot of strong emotional imprints on people, especially if you associate somebody with a song. It has a very lasting effect. That's why people have songs together, you know? Do you want me around? Somebody didn't know that the other person actually wanted them around or in their life. There might have been a lack of emotional expression in this respect. Okay. Please don't blame yourself. Please don't blame yourself. Happiness is not a betrayal of me. That's the idea, is that we wish the other person well, or we tried to. I don't want you to blame yourself. This was on me. Something like that. Okay. So there's a bit of a backstory. Like I said, I'm not digging through it, and I told you there's a reason why you felt like this. They put you into a vulnerable space. However, the idea is if we're going to manifest them back, it's because it was brighter, more sharing of its own free will than when you last remembered it. And it looks like that's what's happening. So we don't want to manifest through anger, frustration, pity, or sadness. We want to manifest through boldness and love of what the thing was, not what it wasn't. Okay? A lot of people manifest from a very bad place in them because we have unresolved anger with somebody else. I want them back just so I can tell them to piss off or how much I hate them. Well, you're going to get what you're going to get from that. I think you two very much want to be in a space where you can resolve your differences. And more than that, much more than that. To feel warm in each other's company once more. Okay? There's a mutual understanding here between you two, even if I can't quite see it. And you have your history. You know what that is. And you're either in a space where you want to heal with him, or you don't. It is that simple. If you don't, it will not happen. If you do, perhaps it will, but it takes free will. And you will know sooner or later. I'm seeing heavy references to early to midsummer. Okay? Okay. Let's do some advice, please. Let's see some advice. Show me some advice, please, for Capricorn. Show me advice, please, for Capricorn. Show me advice, please, for Capricorn. Page of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Yeah, lots of pain here. Lots of pain here. Lots of pain here. Disappointment. Strong lovers connection. Oh, but of course it is. Time has passed. I know that. And you're both showing me. There's that 5 and 5. That's. Yeah. See, that's why that tension's so high, huh? That's why that tension's so high. 5 and 5. Yeah. transits, climates. Something's reintroducing itself to the climate, and it's going to shift and shape some energies. But let me make this clear. The Capricorn I'm looking at says they want this. Because it's an important connection. It's one that you both value inherently, even if it doesn't always make sense to you both. And that's kind of what the Lovers connection is. It took a minute. I saw that already, again with Temperance. Guys, I could make this shit up if I tried. It took a minute to come back around to this. But indeed, we're coming back around to it, as are they. Could be dealing with a fellow Earth sign, even though I did see heavy Leo. Could be a combo. But yeah, the Lovers connection can be very challenging, very difficult. It's the best of what we could ever afford ourselves in love and in life and in passion, and also for that same reason, the most challenging, because it challenges us on every conceivable level. It challenges us on what we think, or we know, or we assume to be true about love, what we think, know, or assume to be true about passion, about spirituality, rights and wrongs. That's how it challenges us. It's intense shit, man, and it's not just for anybody. And so, when it reintroduces itself as a 5 and 5, it is your opportunity that while it might chafe and while it might hurt, it is that opportunity to achieve a new level of transition with this person, to rebirth, to transform. Tarot doesn't dictate shit, you do. And if you don't resonate with any of this at all, that's perfectly normal for a collective reading. Check your other placements, or I'll catch you on the next one. But like I said, the Capricorn I'm looking at, you will know about these things sooner rather than later. Your first instinct will be to be guarded. But with the kind of softness and gentleness of the re-emerging of this energy, I see you softening with it. Again, for the right reasons and not the wrong ones. And that's all I care about. If you're reconnecting with somebody just for the wrong reasons or an ego trip, then this isn't for you. Okay? It looks beautiful, and I want it to be treated as such. Okay? Lovers connections, like I said, can be a right pain in the ass. Oh, don't I know it? I know. You felt bad about it. Somebody ended it. You felt bad about it. You were made to feel bad about it. It started to feel toxic at some point. I know. You didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know what to do with you. I know. It's all there. It been there, done that, honey. I know. So, you've got one quadrant, or rather a large quadrant, of your life concerning itself with your star pathway and things that you're doing. And then, like I said, this person, this is how important this is to you, Capricorn, because I know you sectioned this person off with a little VIP in velvet rope. Okay. And then you're like, this is everything else, though. Yeah, okay. I didn't think I'd be using... I'm not a huge fan of this one. This is the Island Time Wellness. What a corny name for an oracle deck. But it has some good points. And sometimes there's something in here that's interesting. Okay. I like you. No shit. I like you, which leads to the healing heart. Oh my goodness. Romances blooming. I like you, and that's kind of like the soft entry into healing the heart. That's kind of what I saw with that Page of Cups. There's love behind it. Even if it comes out as I like you, perhaps that's how this person warms up to it. I don't know. But the thing is that it affords the opportunity. See, I like you, but it's surrounded by hearts. You know how it is? Perhaps you remember this when you're a kid. Well, when you're talking about your kids, proper kids, you know, and kids don't know how to say stuff like that. They just have big feelings and they don't know how to articulate them. That's what it kind of reminds me of with that Page of Cups. It's very sweet, but with the firmness of strength behind it, with a very unassuming proposition for a 3 of Cups. It kind of feels like that. It's I like you, but with hearts around it. And that's what a child does when you're a kid or you're a teenager and you're feeling those strong feelings, but you don't say I love you. Oh, no. You say I like you. What do? You send a note, do you like me, yes or no? You don't say do you love me, you say do you like me, yes or no? And this person has that kind of sweetness around them. And it says I like you, but what they really mean is something else. There's little hearts around it, you know, and it suggests vulnerability. That's very sweet, and that's exactly what that was. Anyway, and it leads to, like I said, a healing heart through conversation. And we're mending the heart. I don't know if you can see it. She's mending the heart here. You both are. Again, that's literally what this was in proposition. Okay. Like I said, sometimes it's got some good cards in there. But I only pick up the oracle decks as it feels appropriate. The butterfly. Yeah, here we go. The transformation. The next phase. Growth. Yeah. Like I said, whoever's got that little VIP lounge. Insane Kamastra. Passion. Yeah. Whoever's got that VIP lounge in your heart, in your sun energy, they're very special. They're very special to you. We're talking. We're going to be talking with this person consistently once things start to generate in a positive direction. Okay, I think that's enough, honey. All right. No time checks. Obviously, the timeline kind of speaks for itself, yeah? The next round of readings will be approximately 2 weeks from this message. I don't know what they are just yet. The next round of 3 month will be in 3 months, okay? But it will be time for another regular rotation. It's either going to be the monthly overview or something like that, okay? Okay, honey. All right. That's a pretty good summer. I like how you're dropping this, and once you decided to drop it, get out of your head about it. Stop playing around with it. Stop trying to force reasons to keep it. Once you drop it, it's dead. It's done. No more fuss, no more muss, and then your energy picks up and takes off just like you had wanted it to, because you freed up that space. That tower is under your control. It's under your designation. You can keep holding on to it if you want, but you already know the results of that. But once you do, you go into this fantastic slipstream that affects other areas. Your confidence is up, your passion is up, your sense of direction and purpose is up, and you're in that lovely flow of the High Priestess. That's beautiful. And I don't know who this is kicking off in your VIP lounge, but they're there, and you two are talking, and things feel right. Okay? They feel right. All right, that's enough. Yours has to be one of the shortest. And there's just a wee bit of flame left. There's just a wee bit of flame. Look at that. Look at that little guy. There you go. Okay, honey. Put in the comments as you see fit. I will see you in approximately 2 weeks. Take care. Be well.